All right, he's longer than my cooler, which is measuring 25 inches. So I don't think I have a tape rule in here. I'll look real quick. He's not hurt. Yeah, I do. All right. Let's not step on rods, break things. Got it out to 43, but I don't think he's that long. It's 34 inches, but you see what I mean? Great big head and skinny body. That's a stunted fish. So we're gonna let him go. He's not hurt at all. He's ready to go. Tip you down here. Try not to drop the phone in the lake. Get him in the water. There we go. Yep, he's ready. Great big head on that fish. See that? All right, I am going to try to grab him by the tail. If you'll let me, I gotta revive him a little bit. This is how you resuscitate a fish. You do not pull them back and forth in the water. You will drown the fish. The water is designed to go through their gills from front to back, not back to front. So you just work the fish gently back and forth like this. And when he's ready to go, he'll let you know. He's getting ready. These older big fish, they like to, yeah, he's getting ready. They like to, they just like to let you sit there and hold them. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you go, pal. I just knew it was a good night to come out. Didn't I? Yes. 34. Yep. 34. But I don't know if you saw it on film, but did you see the wake come out of the pads? You see him chasing the lure like a shark? That was cool. Yeah. Of course, I got a frickin' audience. Damn looky-loos. Well, when the pro comes out and comes on the lake, gets into a big one, he's only owned the house for a couple of months, I guess people are gonna notice. All right. What fooled me on the size of that fish was I saw the body, the skinny body, but I didn't see that big ass head. And he came out and inhaled the bait. I saw well, you might have seen it. Hopefully I picked it up on film. But he, slime. That's why I used the bolo grips. But that one I had to hold. But he came out like a shark. And I saw the fin come out of the water. And I knew it was game time. So I just dropped the rod tip. Oh, he's sitting right there. He's upright. All right, I gotta work with him some more. He's upright though, but I still gotta resuscitate him a little bit. So let's see if I can get him. He's right here. He's not gonna let me grab him. There he goes. He's waking up now. There he goes. That was close. We're going to keep an eye out. I do this with muskies too. If they fight really hard, like he did, that's an old fish. Yeah. If they fight really hard, they build up a lot of lactic acid in their muscles, and that can kill them. So whenever you catch a muskie and it puts on a good scrap and you release them like that, you revive them like I did here in the live well between the pontoons here. That's why this spot is this boat is so perfect for muskie fishing, all kinds of fishing. That's my live well. I've put a damn near 50-inch fish in the net in that hole. Drop it right down in there, and it just sits there. It holds it. But anyway, when you get the hooks out of the fish and you release him like I did, and he just lays there or he wants to go belly up, you need to work him. You need to revive him. And you revive him like I showed you. But if he does that, where he swims down, he looks like he's good to go, but then he pops back up again, you got to get back to him. If you can, if he'll let you, get back to him, grab a hold of his tail again, and just work him. Get some oxygen flowing across his gills to neutralize that lactic acid. And that's what I was about to do right there. I was literally gonna run him right up the middle of the pontoons here and just grab him by the tail and just hang on to him some more and rejuvenate him. One time, I deeply hooked a muskie about that size down in his esophagus with the lure. And I think I told this story, and I had to do surgery. I had a guy with me, so he saw it, so he knows I'm not bullshitting. Some guy from Illinois that I was guiding muskie fishing. And I put the jaw spreaders in the fish, spread his mouth wide, got in there with the big needle nose pliers, and I couldn't get the hooks out. So I had to get in there with the bolt cutters and cut the hooks off, back the hooks out of his esophagus, one at a time. There's 3 of them. It's a treble hook. And then release the fish, and the fish just went belly up. It'd been in the net being worked on for 30 minutes. Maybe not that long. Maybe 15 to 20. When I released the fish, it went belly up. So I grabbed it, and I spent 30 minutes holding its tail like that and giving it CPR, basically. And it swam away, and no problems. So it's pretty cool. So when you have a fish like that get stressed out, or he's old and he's just weak, you know, you don't want to just fire up the motor and go to the next spot. No, hang around for a little bit and just observe your surroundings. And that's what I did. I looked around and I saw his back humped up out of the water, and he was sitting right there trying to recover. But now he's fine. I'm looking around, I don't see him. All is well. On to the next one. All right. Not bad for 15 minutes on the water, right? All right. Okay, let's get in closer to those pads. He was in there. He was buried in there. And he came out after it. So Turn you a little bit in case something awesome like that happens again. Followed it out of the pads and took a poke at it. Schmutz on the hook. So I'm establishing a pattern here in my head. I'm seeing that the fish, that's two of them now, that didn't strike the lure in the pads. They waited until it swam out, and then they took a poke at it. So I'm going to back a little bit off this pad bed out into deeper water. And I got a feeling that if we get into any more fish, that's going to be what they're going to do. They'll wait until the minnow comes out of the pads, and then that's when they'll take a poke at it. Because they don't have all the weeds and obstructions and stuff to worry about, or to fight around, you know. Repositioning here. So you can see the bait crawling, maybe. And then we get to the pads and we just drop it a little bit and let it drop. And just crank it back to the boat. Oh, missed him. Exactly like I said. He waited till the bait was almost to the edge of the pads and then took a poke at it. See if I can get him again. exciting. Now we're about 25 yards or so off the edge of the pads. And we'll see if this pattern holds. Trying to get your position right so you can see where the bait lands. It's perfect. What's on the hook? Got him. Another good fish. Oh no, it's a little bass. Not a good fish. He just feels like a good fish. There we go. See what I said? Oh, he got my tail. Is it floating somewhere? Need that tail. Come on. Boy, I really poured the coals into this one. We have to use a hemostat on this guy. Yeah, this Johnson Silver Minnow without the tail is nothing. Nothing to look at, man. So I gotta try to find that tail floating somewhere. Get that back. First I gotta get the hook out of this guy. I gotta pinch the barbs down. Still fighting with him. Ah, there we go. right into my finger. Little guy, right? All right, where is that swirly tail? Of course, the color tonight is black. If it would have been yellow or white, I would see it. Found it. It's nice they float, but black, I couldn't see it very well in the water, but we got it back. And it's not going to stay on the hook very good because of all the fish they've been hitting. We got a little ways to go and it's getting dark. So I don't know if I'm going to get all the way down the pad bed. But we'll give it our best shot. Oh no. Say, I got into some schmutz. Oh, did you see that right at the boat? So this pattern I was talking about, it's working. They're not really smacking it in the pads. They're in the pads, but they're deciding to take it after it swims out of the pads. And that fish followed it right up to the boat here. I didn't see it. I don't know what it was. But he took a swipe at it right at the boat. If I'd be standing up, I probably would have got that fish. Yeah. But I'm being lazy and sitting in the chair. actually think I am gonna switch to standing up. More torque leverage. Setting the hook, and I have control of the bait all the way up to the boat. And I can do an L turn at the boat. And if a northern is following the bait, which they like to do, and I do that L turn at the boat, that's usually when he'll hit right at boat side. Gotta back off these weeds a little bit. Something poked it. It's just a bump. Tonight, definitely the pattern is not in the shit, but they follow it underneath. And they wait till it comes out. And that's when they take a poke at it. So there's a weedy point in front of me now where the weeds extend out. I'll show you here in a minute. As I get the boat under control. But you can see how the weeds come out quite a ways? See that patch of lily pads way out on the end there? That's a point. It's an underwater point. That sticks out into the main lake basin. That's a good spot. Even though I haven't gone over it with a fish finder to prove it, I can just tell. Lily pads will only grow out to a certain depth. And then they just can't grow anymore. So that's a big underwater point that sticks out like my finger. And I should pull a fish off of that. So we're going to go wide around it so as not to spook it. I should get a fish off of that, or two. I hear a wood duck back in the woods whistling. I'm going right over the tip of the finger now, like right over the fingernail, so to speak. Huh. Surprising. Do know this though, the mosquitoes are out. And now I gotta put on some stuff. If I have some stuff. That's the big question. Because I'm gonna fish this shoreline. I got starting fluid. What the hell is that? What in the world? Yeah, that doesn't work. Something leaked in the dry storage here. Caused a problem. So I already know I'm taking a shower tonight, so I can do this. And all will be well. Meanwhile, the motor's running and I'm hammering past where I wanted to fish. I'll make a couple more casts on that point. There's just got to be one in there. tip fell off. Yep. I always say I'm gonna super glue that, and then I never do. Wouldn't that have been a fine time to get that 35? I just heard a bass on the shoreline. Where I'm coming up to. So, that might happen around the corner here. Ooh, 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 I had a follow. Yep, yep. There was a wake behind it, and then he veered off to the right. Dang it, man. Throw off to the right, see if I can get him. I'm pretty sure it was a pike. Nope. Boy, the mosquitoes are bad. Hooey. Really bad, 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 bad. All right, let's do something here. Oh, that's what happened. really dark, folks. Fast. I wanted to fish my way down the shoreline back to my house, but I don't know. Better put the motor on and just keep. Can't even see where the shoreline is to land the cast. Yeah, I'm casting up on shore, wrecking my spoon. I don't have a light. If I do get a fish, I won't be able to see to work them free. I don't know, man. I think we're done. Damn, what a night, huh? Yeah, look at that sunset over there. Yep. What a night. Yep. Get a 35 in the net. A bunch of other hits. Strikes, as they're called. That little bass. I just had a crappie here in front of the boat surface, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get him. And then we'll motor back to the dock and call it a weekend. Really? All right, that's enough. I don't have good enough lighting on the dock to beach this thing properly, so I better get there. But yeah, that was awesome, right? Just think of what that fish would have been like if he wasn't stunted. How fat he would have been. I don't understand. There's a lot of food in this lake. I don't get it. I don't know. And people do keep the northerns. I mean, like Steve and Chrissy, they were talking about how they keep, the smaller ones. They wouldn't keep one like that. But the smaller ones, the 20s, the ones that are 20, 25 inches long, those they keep, they fillet up. Why that guy is stunted like that, great big giant head. But if he wouldn't be stunted, that would be a fat, healthy fish. So it's curious. Yeah. All right, instead of looking at me, let's look at the beautiful shoreline and the lake house coming up. I got the flamethrowers on. Probably don't even need to do that because I have a very distinct light pattern on my dock, and I got the flame torches out in the front yard there that you can see. But and I'll be doing more lighting as time goes on and the yard gets better, and yeah, I'll be doing some more landscape lighting to make it look cooler. But yeah, actually I shouldn't have put the spotlights on the house. It takes away from it. Yeah, there's the porch where I sit all the time with the yellow lamp in the porch. I should get a leg lamp and put it in there. How cool would that be? I love fishnet stockings, high heels, sexy legs. That would be totally fitting for that porch. Yeah, and replace that yellow lamp sitting in the screen porch with a leg lamp. I think I just might do that. I wasn't ready for this. Yep. Haven't been out in a while. I didn't have the motor up, locked in place. Yeah. So. Like a rookie move. Try this again. Wow. Unbelievable.